Alright guys, thanks for clicking on this video. So this I've been thinking about doing for a while. I did want to record footage of doing it, but I didn't quite feel comfortable recording in the shop. So what this video essentially is, it's what's known as a £10 challenge, where you go into a gaming shop where you know you can get some pretty decent games for under £10. I have included a few extras here, for example these two cases, which are essentially empty cases, but I was able to get over a couple of free copies of games. So I called a copy of Prince of Persia for the Xbox 360, that was for free. These were just from friends who no longer had the cases for these ones you see. I just thought, since I'm talking about cheap gaming, I'd include these, and 99 Nights on the 360. If I can be bothered, I will buy some printer ink and maybe print out some covers for them. Okay, but moving back onto the topic itself, like I said, the £10 challenge, you go into a shop, £10, see what games you buy, but the only sort of rule I'm sticking behind is it has to be a game that I'm either interested in playing or physically want to play. So for me, generally, I'm not really going to be picking up sports games, and I really wouldn't have been looking to pick up Call of Duty, and I know the more eagle-eyed of you can see there is a Call of Duty there. However, I wanted to try that particular one. I did previously have a Black Ops game, it was alright, but wasn't too into it. But Modern Warfare, I believe it's number 2. Yeah, number 2, wanted to try. I did go back on a third attempt to try and do a £5 challenge. I had £5 spare, but there was only at the time a couple of games I wanted, and when I took some of them to the counter, they didn't actually have the games, they just had the shelves on the cases. I'm guessing they'd accidentally sold games as ones. I think that was like Burnout or something, but I've already got a copy of Burnout, so it was alright. So the two that I picked up on just the £5 challenge, where obviously I could have spent more. If I'd known the games weren't going to be there, I would have picked up more. I picked up Haze for 75p. I'd been eyeing up for this a couple of times, mostly because I know it's been rated one of the worst games ever made, but I really wanted to give it a go. Haven't had a chance to yet, but for 75p you can't really go wrong. And then again, £1.50 for LA Noire on the 360. I could have got the PS3 version, but I think that was 50p more expensive. And at the time I was just trying to fit everything into £5, but I really could have got both in the end. Oh well. So they're not really included in any challenge, they're just two little extras I picked up as well. So I'll move them out of the way. Now all these games which are left, and obviously the other two, were picked up from CEX. Or CEX, if that's what you call it. I don't know, I call it CEX and often laugh, especially in public. But yeah, in general, my reasoning behind it is modern day gaming, you're going to be spending between anything from 40 to 50 quid for a new game, whereas if you do the £10 challenge, you can get some pretty decent stuff, and you can get in loads more games, especially some that you haven't gone back to. Now, these two piles here, they were got from Middlesbrough and Darlow, and I will openly admit I was an idiot and I actually bought Killzone 2 and 3 twice. When I realised the mistake, I passed them on to my brother-in-law, and I went back and filled the gap with Resistance 1 and 2. So these technically weren't included in the £10 pickup, but that pile still adds £10, it was still all in Middlesbrough. And that was my first pickup, so I'm going to show you what we were able to get up for that price. So essentially, Resistance 2, despite the saying empty, it is definitely in there. Resistance Fall of Man. The Darkness, number 1. Brutal Legend. Been wanting to play this for a while, since it was first came out, but I just couldn't justify picking it up at the time. Obviously Jack Black, and you know, I'm into the rock, metal, all that alternative type of music. So for me this is a good pickup. Just kind of Aussie there. I believe it says about Lemmy in it as well, but I can't remember where I read that. I don't really know much about Brink, but I did like the character design on the cover, and I haven't really looked into it, so it could be a terrible game. But I noticed it was Bethesda, and I quite like Bethesda's games, even the terrible ones. Copy of The Darkness 2 on the 360. Shame that they didn't have it on PS3 at the time, and if they did, I'm not sure if it would have been that price. And some original Xbox games. I would never heard of Second Sight before, but I noticed it was saying it was from Free Radical, the creators of Time Splitters. I love Time Splitters. Number 2 and 3 are some of my favourite games of all time. I love the art style because it's going back in like the Time Splitters 2 and 3 sort of art. Maybe not as fun looking. Looks like it's more of a serious type of game, to be honest, but yeah, I'm happy to give that a go. Now this, my other half, she likes the title True Crime. I don't think she really knew what they expected. I used to own this on PlayStation 2 when it first came out, and I was really let down by it, to be honest. But again, for 50p to bulk up your collection, can't really go wrong, can you? Turek, or Turek, whatever you want to pronounce it as. Yeah, 75p. So all that pile, I think it was just under £10. So there's quite a few games that they've got there, and yeah, that could keep me entertained for ages. And considering I've still got games that I picked up 3 years ago I haven't even played yet, so I've definitely got enough to keep me going. I did keep the receipt, but I don't know where I put it, but I've got the receipt for this lot. The next lot I'm going to show you. I'll show you the receipt first just to prove. So the 6 Darlington. You can see there the games I picked up, with the payment details being £9.50. Yeah, can't go wrong. So yeah, Enslaved, I've never played it myself, but I've heard great things. Apparently it was based on The Journey to the West. Again, Odyssey to the West on the title. That interests me greatly. As I mentioned before, I normally wouldn't pick up a Call of Duty game, but it's this particular one that I actually wanted to play for that controversial stage that I'm sure you're well aware of, since it's been years since it was controversial, but I'm guessing more so these days as well. Killzone 2. Killzone 3. Spider-Man 2. I've had the GameCube version of this back in the day. I'm no longer on that GameCube, I've got a different GameCube now, and it was my favourite of the Spider-Man games that had been released. I'm not sure how well it'll still hold up, but I think back on the PS2, GameCube and Xbox days, wasn't the Xbox the most powerful of the systems? So yeah, it could be better, who knows, I guess I'll find out. Now this title, I've heard this guy was originally going to be the mascot for the original Xbox. So when I saw it in, I know it was a little bit more expensive than the other games, £2.50 for just this one. But I really had to pick it up and give it a go. Again, I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but you know, go for it. And on the same week that Prey was launched, I was able to pick up the original Prey. I've never played the Prey game before, so I don't really know what to expect. I've heard it's very different to the remake, and I did get the remake in the same week, to be honest. But yeah, can't really go wrong. So why don't you guys give a go at doing the £10 challenge? Go into, like I said, a gaming shop or a shop that sells games for £10, see what you can pick up. You don't need to be spending your money on these brand new games when there's hundreds, thousands out there for you to pick up. I will just say be careful though, because if you're going to be getting cartridge based games like Game Boy Advance, Mega Drive, Super Nintendo, all that, which CEX themselves are starting to sell these days, they're not really checking if the games are fake. The Darlington branch, and specifically, they've got Pokemon games for the Game Boy Advance in the window, and they're definitely bootleg copies. It's not my place to tell them. I know I really should, but I just can't be bothered. I'm the only one buying it, but they're charging like £20 to £22 for a pirate copy. Nah, I don't think so. But yeah, give it a go. If you've done this before, why don't you comment below and let me know what you've actually got, and maybe give me some ideas for what I can pick up next time I go in. So yeah, thanks for watching. Bye now.